Hey yo, what's good? Welcome to my underrated fight series where I talk about fights that don't really get talked about much, but are really good fights. The fight I'm gonna talk about today is Roberto Duran versus Robbie Sims. It took place the day before my birthday, June 23rd, 1986. Roberto Duran was 35 years old and had 85 fights under his belt already. Robbie Sims was in the prime of his career. He was known for being Marvin Hagler's half-brother, and he said that it was 1986, so he said that Marvin Hagler was planning to retire next year and that he was going to give the throne to Robbie Sims, and he was going to get in the way of Duran not winning that middleweight belt. Duran wanted to become the first fighter ever to become champion in 4 different weight classes. Henry Armstrong tried. He failed. He failed to win the middleweight title. Alexis Arguello tried. He failed as well. Failed to win the junior welterweight title, losing to Aaron Pryor. And Roberto Duran failed as well, losing to marvelous Marvin Hagler. But he was on a quest for that rematch. And Robbie Sims was ranked number 5 in the middleweight division. This fight was very good. And I believe this fight shows a lot of glimpses of why Duran is such a great fighter. You got a fighter in his prime like Robbie Sims, a natural middleweight, bigger than him, stronger than him, younger than him, pressuring him throughout, throwing more punches, but Duran is making him miss throughout the fight. It's not that he's not getting hit. He is getting hit, but usually the punches aren't very significant. And often he made him miss badly. The typical Duran defense, which is still to this day very underrated. He would duck under Sims' right hand, throw a left hook to the body, threw wicked body shots throughout this fight. But it was back and forth action, and often Duran would find himself on the ropes, taking unnecessary punishment, and even allowing Robbie Sims to get back into the fight. He hurt him a couple times, but maybe he couldn't pull the trigger because he was 35 and had so many fights under his belt already. But he hurt him a few times. He hurt him the first round with the left hook, but he didn't drop him. He didn't drop him at all throughout the fight. Robbie Sims, he was on Duran for most of the rounds. On Duran, had him on the ropes or in the corner, throwing more punches. Many rounds throwing the more significant punches, but not often. And the rounds that Duran won, he won clearly. Robbie Sims wasn't the winner by a mile in any single round, and Duran was in a few rounds. He like I said before, he made a miss. He was hitting him with significant punches, hard punches, left hooks, right hands, hits to the body that you heard, thudding shots. In round 9, there was a beautiful display of Duran's boxing skills, man. Robbie Sims had him in the corner, and he was just throwing. And Duran, with his hands down, a la Muhammad Ali, just moving his head back, making Robbie Sims miss. I think you want to see Duran's greatness. Even at 35, you should watch this fight, because this is a classic fight. And in round 8, Duran got a point taken away for, I don't even remember what, I don't even recall the reason, but he got a point taken away, and that turned out to be the decisive point because it was a close fight. Robbie Sims closed stronger. Even though Duran hit him with a hard right hand, in round 10, he couldn't capitalize on him, and Duran had a bloody mouth. Robbie Sims capitalized that by having Roberto Duran on the ropes for most of the round, and he was landing those shots. And Duran tried that trick once again, having having his hands down, but he couldn't do it. He was too tired. The fight was about to end. And Robbie Sims wins a split decision. The scores 97-92, which is ridiculous to me. 96-94 for Duran and 95-94 for Robbie Sims. Duran won this fight, damn it. Duran should have won this fight. But yes, I am talking about a fight that Duran lost, and it is a very excellent fight, a very good fight. Just two guys having a very good fight. Once again, landing solid shots, throwing combinations. That's the difference between a lot of fights that I see today. They don't throw many combinations or clean, effective shots. They throw a lot, but they miss a lot, just like the fight last weekend. That's why I don't think I would ever talk about that fight as an underrated classic like this. Don't get me wrong, I like that fight, but the difference is this fight had good, clean combinations with solid shots that Roberto Duran landed, and also Robbie Sims landed. Display of boxing skills, display of volume and boxing IQ by Duran, and also Robbie Sims, who won this fight, who outlasted Duran in the last round, because I think Duran schooled him in the 9th round, but he just didn't have enough in the 10th to win that round. And plus, he got that point taken away from him, which was the deciding factor for Robbie Sims. All right, go check out this fight, guys. It is an excellent fight, like I said. Thank you, everybody, for watching. What are some underrated fights that you could think of? Peace.